Is wrong wrong some of the time, or is wrong wrong all of the time? Thumbs up for a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I understand that not every person out here is really authentic in what principles they claim to live by. And this is not only true for men, this is also true for women. And you know, children are all flip-floppity all over the place already. So we know that they not really standing on what they say. No offense to kids. But are you really standing on the principles that you proclaim that you have? And one of the greatest tests of whether or not you are sincere in your principles, and we're talking about you, so we don't have to get into the subjectiveness of saying, oh, well, you say that this act is wrong, but I don't believe that this act is wrong. No, we are talking about whatever principles you live by. For example, let's say you are a person that would say, I believe drinking alcohol is wrong. I believe no person should drink alcohol. Okay, fair enough. That is what you believe. So this principle that you have, that you believe it is wrong to consume alcohol, is wrong some of the time? Meaning that, do you ever make exceptions to your own principle? And this is a great test of a man, because it really shows if a man is principled in what he claims to be principled about. Is he really about what he claims to be about? If you are living in the streets, you're living a street life, you a thug and all this, you are against living like a square, you don't want to live the conventional life, and you are against the police, you hate the police, you have beef with the police. You say you would never call the police. If that is true and you stand on that, that's one of your principles that you proclaim you stand on, under no circumstances should you be caught dead calling the police. Under no circumstances, no exceptions. Doesn't matter if someone steals your car. Doesn't matter if someone commits a crime against one of your loved ones, they got away, you don't know how you're gonna find this person, you can't track them down yourself, you don't have the resources to do this. If you live that street life and you claim that lifestyle and you always spoke out against calling the police, that was one of your principles, don't switch up now. Don't switch up now when your principle is being tested. Don't switch up now and think, well, damn, well, see, I didn't know they was gonna steal my car. See, I mean, they stole my car and I have no idea how to get my car back if I don't call the police. So I think I'm gonna call the police. See, you can't be that type of dude no matter what lifestyle you're in, no matter how you live your life. You have to live it with principles. Maybe you have been living by a principle that you have never should have been living by in the first place. And this is where being honest with yourself can really help you grow as a person. Because if you can't honestly say that you will stand on a principle regardless of the circumstances, that is a principle that you should not be living by. And we can get off of that criminal lifestyle example and go back to the alcohol example. If you believe that consuming alcohol is wrong, you should believe it's wrong in all circumstances, even when it's one of your loved ones doing it. You can't say consuming of alcohol is bad, no one should drink, and then your mom's is drinking, your dad is drinking, and you got nothing to say when you see them drinking. You have no issue with your loved ones engaging in acts that you claim are wrong, yet you claim these acts are wrong. So you have to be consistent with your principles. Otherwise, you need to look yourself in the mirror and challenge your own principle. Have you been living by principles that you should not have? And this not only applies to your loved ones doing it, of course, you have to apply this to yourself as well. So if you believe drinking alcohol is wrong and you say it's wrong, you better not let nobody catch you drinking nothing that even look like alcohol. You got to stand on who you claim you are. And this is a real test of your manhood in general, because when a man is caught not standing on nothing that he proclaims himself to be, you are at the bottom of the hierarchy when it comes to what kind of man you are, because we already know you're a man that's really not about what he claims he's about. So you've already lost the respect of men with integrity, and you've lost the respect, if you are a godly man, you have lost the respect of the Most High as well. And this is something that we will all be tested by this at some point in our lives. And you, most likely, if you are an adult, you've already been tested in this manner. If you believe stealing is wrong, it's wrong no matter what the circumstances are. I don't care if it's a natural disaster and everybody is taking stuff, stealing stuff. If you believe stealing is wrong under normal circumstances, even in the most extreme circumstances, stealing should still be wrong to you if that is one of your principles and you believe it to be wrong. And this is not to say that we will never violate our own principles, especially if you are a person that lives a very principled life. You have a lot of life principles that you live by. You may at some point violate your own principle. That happens. You're a human being. The issue comes into play when you violate your own principle and you do not acknowledge the violation that you have committed against yourself. And you have to be consistent even with yourself. So even if you commit a violation against your own principle, let's go back to the alcohol example that I've been using. Let's say you believe alcohol is wrong to consume. Let's say you have a really bad day at work. You almost got fired, you got in trouble. You go home, you were having such a rough day. And you're like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go out to a bar. I think I'm gonna have a drink, even though, you know, I don't normally drink, but I'm really having a bad day. It's all right today because I'm having a bad day. And see, a man of principles, a man that really stands on his principle, even if he violates his own principle, he can admit that he violated his own principle. He is man enough to actually acknowledge, hey, I told people alcohol is wrong, never drink alcohol, never consume alcohol. I had a rough day, I drank some alcohol, I was wrong for that. I was wrong for doing that. I should not have done that. See, if you're a man that can actually do something like that, that can violate their own principle, yet acknowledge the violation they committed against themselves, their own principles, if you are man enough to actually stand on that, you are still a principled man. Although you are not a perfect man, you are still a principled man, because wrong was wrong regardless of who committed that transgression, regardless, even if it is you. So that is the ultimate test. Well, one of the great tests, I will say, of Are you a principled man or not? Is wrong some of the time, or is wrong all of the time? You tell me.